And welcome back to Breakfast at Fiji One. And we're so happy to have with us this morning two guests from Fiji Fashion. We have the director, Ellen Whippy, and we also have one of Fiji's emerging designers, Epeli Tuibeqa. How are you guys this morning?
Very well, thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
7 days away from Fiji's premier fashion show.
How are you coping?
How are you coping so far? Busy schedule?
I'm not sure whether it's actually me that's sitting here or whether it's an apparition because it's hectic at the moment and it's always frenetic. But you know we're getting there. We've finished all our modelling fittings on Saturday, and now the designers are taking their garments to make the final amendments. We have rehearsals this Saturday, and then we're almost ready to go with the first show, which will be the resort wear show on Thursday night.
Looking forward to it. Epeli with us in studio today. You have been overseas, in fact, the LA Fashion Week. How was it?
It was insane. I didn't quite believe what was happening. I thought it was a small show, and when we got there, it was, and I saw that it was LA Fashion Week.
Yeah.
I remember telling Robert Kennedy that I felt like I was a sponge being thrown into the sea, just soaking everything in. And it was amazing. The experience from the show and the feedback was incredible.
Some of the top designers there that you met, any names that popped up?
The designers that came to Fiji, like Dina Burton with their Kevin Hall, they all came out to support the Fijian designers. It was so lovely of them to come out and support us.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. So are you ready for Fiji Fashion Week this year?
No one is ever ready for Fashion Week. Amelia.
Tell me about it. No one is ever ready for Fashion Week until it happens, and then all of a sudden you go, oh my God, what just happened then? You know, and you're left because all of a sudden there's calm because the show's over.
Epeli, how long have you been in this fashion industry in terms of designing?
I started designing in 2010, and
Right.
it was for the hibiscus contestant Sarah Tuibeqa.
Right.
And I was chaperoning her and did all her wardrobe, and then she won. She went on to Miss Fiji. Angela Dakumbao wrote me in to do her costumes again for the Miss Fiji pageant. And from then on, it just kept going. The following year was Alice Rumpukuanga.
Right.
And then I got to take her to the South Pacific pageant. And following her was Drew.
Yep.
Drew Slater, yes.
And Priscilla Reddy.
Right. How about this year? Did you help out with this year's Miss
Yes,
Hibiscus
this year I
and done?
helped Miss and done with preparations for Hibiscus. We prepared her with her talent and researched her presentation along with her wardrobe.
So that's pretty amazing. I mean, you've been preparing wardrobe for quite a few Miss Hibiscus contestants, and you've actually dressed 3 Miss Hibiscus queens.
Impressive.
Yes,
That's
I
quite
am.
impressive.
This year too,
This year
and
too.
done.
And done.
That's right, yeah. Oh, good for you.
Thank
And
you.
it's been amazing because, you know, the effect that Fiji Fashion Week has had on Hibiscus Festival in the last 3 years, almost every contestant now has a Fiji Fashion Week designer styling their wardrobes.
I
No
think
wonder
that's
they
so
look
good.
fantastic on stage.
Yeah, I mean,
it
gone are the
explains a lot.
days.
Explains a lot.
Yeah, gone are the days where you've got 3 or 4 contestants all walking in. Sometimes they're wearing the same dress or the same type, but it's a different color. Now everybody wants to be original.
Yes,
Yeah.
and which is good. It helps promote the designers. I always say that the Hibiscus Festival, along with Fiji Fashion Week, it's like a really good platform for designers to come out and showcase their creativity.
Of course.
Fashion Week has the more like ready-to-wear stuff, and Hibiscus, it challenges your creativity to come out with like extravagant pieces
Exactly.
and elaborate designs.
That's right. I mean, anyone who was, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, Epeli is just fabulous because the one thing about Epeli that he does very, very well, and you know, the thing about fashion is constantly changing, it's constantly evolving. And what Epeli does is that he's been able to take the Fijian traditional garment and look and our cultural identity and modernize it. So it's a really wonderful fusion of Fijian and the contemporary world.
That's right. So you can, I mean, you can take it and wear it anywhere, basically.
That's right.
And anyone who was watching the Sarong competition during Hibiscus Festival would have seen that Ann Dunn was the only one who walked out in a kimono. I mean, she had this huge headpiece. It was really quite extravagant. How would you, describe your style of design?
Extravagant, dramatic. I'm a dancer, a part-time dancer, and I just started training again with the Oceania Dance Theatre. And my clothes according to my previous tailor. She loved taking my orders in because it was so. She loved the theatrics of my work, and she loved the flow of garments. And I try and give something for the contestant or something for to work with to create drama on stage. And so I think that's what the kimono meant. But in my design in general, I focus more on culture preservation and preserving a part of my culture through my designs, but not taking away the identity or the manner in what I'm trying to capture. And I think that was part of the collection also I took to the Pacific Arts Festival earlier this year, when I took a collection called Andi Veliwasa, which promoted the tattooing of young maidens in Fiji.
Now, when you're doing designs, do you have a specific market that you're targeting, demographic?
No. I design for anyone and everyone, and whoever wants to look different, whoever's visiting Fiji and wants to take a little bit of Fiji back with them, and all shapes and sizes, and all Pacific curves basically.
Okay.
Great stuff.
Well, this is going to be your third year in Fiji Fashion Week. I mean, people saw what you did with Andan during the Hibiscus Festival. If they want to see you at Fiji Fashion Week this year, what category will you be participating in?
Well, I'd like to say you should buy all the tickets and come and see all the nights and find out which night I'm on. But I'll be showing on Saturday night, which is the evening and bridal couture. And I'll be showcasing a little bit of a resort bridal.
Okay.
Awesome
All
stuff. Ellen, you were talking about the resort wear night?
Yes, which is Thursday. I honestly think every night is a great night, but Thursday for an opening night, we've got a really spectacular show, and I think it is going to be the most spectacular show that we've ever had open for a resort wear show. We've got about 5 international designers in that show, and it really just goes to show how important resort wear now is as part of the everyday wardrobe. So it's not just about your swimsuits and bikinis and shorts and board shorts. And so the highlight of that night is the opening, which is Robert Kennedy and Joanne Ali, who is a designer from Fiji living in Singapore. And I am telling you, you have got to be there to see it, because it is going to be a spectacular start and all the way through to a very spectacular ending. Unfortunately, I can't show you images because the designers are very protective about, until it gets on the runway. But tickets are still available at MHCC, and they start at $20. So,
lovely.
It's very affordable.
And they sell very fast?
They sell very, very fast. And, again, we all love our country, but we have a terrible habit in this country, and that is, why do you leave it to the last minute?
That is so true. I'm notorious for that. I miss last minute all the time.
So this year, a fantastic show to look forward to. From when you started off with Fiji Fashion Week, how big has it gone now?
It's massive. We're 9 years old, and it's so unbelievable that I just don't know where those 8 years went to. But in saying that, the 8 years of experience has allowed us to grow, and this year to have such a spectacular show, because you improve, you get better every year. The industry has absolutely grown. All the children, all the youth, those who don't want to be rocket scientists or doctors or accountants, here's another avenue for career and a lifestyle opportunity.
Well, and then you have people like Epeli who've emerged over the years.
Oh,
great
fabulous,
stuff.
Fabulous. People like Epeli will go really, really far, because next year we've got the World Indigenous Fashion Week, which is one of the first weeks. And Epeli, the way he climaxes his collection is just out of this world, absolutely out of this world. And I know he's going to rock that stage again, like he did at LA Fashion Week, because everybody just went, oh my goodness, is that Fiji? Is that what they do there?
Oh, that's great. That's great. Thank you very much for that. If there's anybody watching and they want to get into fashion the same way that you've done, what would your advice be to them?
Because I've been asked that question a lot of times. I get messages on Facebook, like, how do I get into the fashion world? Like, who do I talk to? And all I can say is just do it. If you have the talent, if you love designing, create a piece, get out there. And it's not about talking to the right people. Well, it is. There's it's part and parcel of
come
the.
And see us first. Yes.
Yeah. But then, in terms of design, you just go out and do it. It's
Okay.
like you can't wait for someone to say, okay, this is how you do it, this is how you structure this. You just sketch, take it to the tailors, get on with it, and if you're dressing the right person, you'll get noticed.
All right.
And I'll just add very quickly to that. If you are a designer and you're very interested, well, not so much a designer as yet, but you feel that you have the skills for it, just come to our office at Fiji Fashion Week office, 72 McGregor Road. The telephone number is 70888892, and give us a call and we will try and help you put you in the right direction, because FNU has now got fashion design courses, APTC has short courses, and this is growing all the time. So there's going to be something very soon with full-time courses, hopefully in the next 12 months.
Is
Oh,
this
that's
introduced in schools as well? Have you thought of introducing to primary schools,
Yes,
secondary
well, the
schools?
schools have a fabulous program, the Home Economics program,
Right.
and part of that, there are several modulars in that program that specifically address fashion design. But yes, we're working at trying to get that to be a selective subject so that it becomes examinable if they should choose to study that in their last 3 years of school.
That's
Right,
great.
that's
That's
awesome.
wonderful. Okay, right before you guys go, Ellen, I've got a quick question to ask of you. What fashion tips would you give Sylvester and I? And by Sylvester and I really mean just Sylvester.
Yes, of course, of course. Okay, Sylvester, you're such a handsome young man.
Am I wearing the right shirt? Right
You're
colour?
wearing the right shirt. You're blending right into the background there.
Yeah.
And this is a lifestyle program, this one here.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Okay.
Okay.
Because what I think that I would do for you is that, and I know Jimmy, the makeup artist, is sitting out there. I would highlight your eyebrows. I would accentuate your eyes with a bit of colour and eyeline underneath it. Do you drink kava?
Yes, he does.
A
Yes, he
bit.
does.
Just a bit.
that
Just a bit.
okay.
Just a
This is
bit.
sweet
Okay,
kitchen.
so the makeup will help to reduce the effects of the kava on one's eyes. Another normal thing here in Fiji.
One's eyes,
Yes.
meaning not me.
No.
You.
And so yes, I think you're absolutely fine. You need some really spiffy shirts though.
Yeah. Okay. Better go
So we
shopping
need to
after
talk to
this.
some of the designers
Yeah.
so that you actually stand out. And I know that in a lot of places, and I mean this is Fiji, a lot of other international shows, they tend to wear white
Yeah.
and a tie
Mhm.
because it looks really smart.
Yeah, like business
Okay.
attire.
Yes, but if this is not a business show,
Yeah.
but even that, all the morning shows in Australia, wherever, the guys tend to wear white ties with white shirts
And a
Because-
blazer.
and a blazer and a coat, a jacket.
Do you think
But
that's
for whatever you do not sit there with a jacket all buckled up, because then you just look all
Oh,
scrunched
trust
up
me,
and
I
it
won't be
looks
able to
really
buckle it up. The tummy that I've got right now.
Okay, so that's what I would say for you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so
But
much.
I
so
think
much.
both of you do a fantastic
Oh,
show.
thank
It is
you.
really, really fabulous to watch in the morning. And Amelia, of course, she needs to share her fashion tips. We don't give her fashion tips.
Thanks so much, Ellen and Epeli.